And Bruce, we are back. It has
Dude,
been a while.
I was gonna
Well,
say
not
you
really. It hasn't been
you
that
are
long.
back. You are back.
I am back. I am back and better than ever because I have some rants to go on today, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
We will. I mean, hey, I figured we can give you the whole first half hour before
Pretty
Dre
much, yeah.
joins us. But first, before we get into
Bruce. I think Bruce froze. Hold up. That is not on my end. That is on Bruce's end. Bruce,
oh
are you here?
you froze too. What's going on?
I didn't freeze, Bruce. That was you. My internet
Oh,
is fine.
oh, this is a great way to start.
I promise my
This
internet
is a
is
great
doing
way to
just
start.
fine.
Hey, I'm good. We good? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Can you
I
hear me
believe
now?
we can
It's
all
like,
hear you. So,
all right. Anyways, wow, what an awesome way to start.
mm-hmm.
Garbage.
Doing great.
So let's touch on this for the first little bit. How are you? That's the number one thing. How
I
are
am doing well. It is final season at Bradley, so I'm very tired. I was up till 5:30 last night.
this morning,
Yeah, this morning, studying for a final that I had at noon today.
bro?
And then my professor just gave us like 20 free points on the test, so that was great. Um,
Good old college.
I'm
There
not
you
gonna
go.
lie, it made me a little mad because of how hard I studied, and then he's like, "Here's 20 free points, basically." And I'm like,
College. I miss those days when you got. But you know what though? At the same time, you're like, I get it. You busted your ass,
"Yeah,
but I'm sure there were some people in your class that were like, oh, whew,
yeah, oh for
thank
sure."
you. All right,
And don't get me wrong, like I'll take the points. It
of
was
course.
just after the amount of effort I put in, I'm like, I kind of wanted to work for it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But
I
that's
don't
just
blame
me.
you.
That's my weird life view. Anyway,
I don't blame you.
how are you,
But
Bruce?
dude, let me tell you. It's I'm as off as you are right now because I didn't even plug in my mic. I'm actually talking using the computer. So
let's
while we
let's
fix
let's
that,
get a mic check.
can we get him?
Check check.
Check. Hold on. Check. Wait.
I don't. No, now I can't hear you, Bruce. No, I got nothing.
Check, check.
There we go. There it is. Guys, I swear we're professionals.
We haven't done this isn't our first time doing this, guys. All right, so back at it. Shit, what were we even talking about?
I don't
You know
even
what?
know. You want to...
Hold on.
Hold on. Oh,
Let's
we did.
restart the show. We're restarting the show. Hey!
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back, guys. All right, so real quick. Last week, NFL draft. Sir, I gotta tell you, I'm not before we touch on what my beloved Chicago Bears did.
Yes.
And actually, I've had a lot of compliments from people who are not Chicago Bears fans saying, "Dude, it's about fucking time."
Yeah.
But before we touch on that, I want to talk about the draft experience that you had, sir.
Yes.
Like MJ Hurley, you with the number whatever pick in the 2021 draft, the Primetime Sports, who sponsored you basically to get you into that.
Yes.
Primetime Sports drafts 6'4", damn close, 6'3", MJ Hurley, dude. So how was it? Let me know. How was it?
It was a lot of fun. The first night was pure chaos. Because so let me paint a little picture for you. So my girlfriend Paige went with me. She dropped me off at the hotel where I had to pick up my credentials, go inside, pick up my credentials, get on the bus that is the shuttle from the hotel to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is where the media was located, next door to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. So we are on the bus, on the way to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I'm just on my phone, on Twitter, whatever. I get a notification from Adam Schefter. Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. The entire bus, no, we're not going to go there yet. I'm just saying that was the first thing. I'd had my credentials for like 5 minutes. And that was the first thing that happened. I'm like, this is going to be a great day. Like, this is going to be fantastic. So I get there, I find my seat, plug all my stuff in, get connected to the internet, get acquainted with where everything is, get some free food, because the media got free food. So I believe the first night, what did I have the first night? I think I had chicken fingers and fries and a soft pretzel. Very good. Shout out to the NFL. They took care of us.
Hashtag NFL. Shield strong.
Yes, sir. Hashtag ad. Anyway. That's how you know I'm tired when I'm saying hashtag.
Oh, no.
So I got settled, all of that, and then I'm just trying to figure out what in the world is going on. So I'll be honest, the first night I didn't even realize how fast it went, because I got there at around 3 and I didn't leave till like 12:30 or 1.
So it's funny that you say that, because obviously, like, I was live last week for our show, just like reacting and being stupid. I was eating lasagna in front of everybody, and we pulled a pretty decent audience from somehow. I don't know. People were watching me eat food. Sorry, y'all. But in any case, though, Paige was actually was like talking in the chat.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's already 11 o'clock. At the time, it was 10 o'clock. Not 10 o'clock. It was 9 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
10 o'clock y'all's time. And Paige was actually expressing how she's like, damn, he wanted me to pick him up at this time. I just want to hang out and drink a little bit of this nice like Pinot Grigio or whatever she had.
Yeah.
Or rosé. It was hilarious. I was like, you poor girl. She's like, I just want this shit to end.
Yeah. It was, and I will say, very proud of Paige. She had never driven alone in a city before. The size of Cleveland or anything like that, because she's from small town Central Illinois. So she drove. She was a champ. She got me to and from in Cleveland, picked me up, dropped me off. So I definitely could not have done that without her. So shout out to Paige for that.
Paige,
but yeah, it was a very chaotic night, because there were a decent amount of draft prospects in person. I believe there were like 11 or 12.
Yeah, it was something.
They were most of the top draft picks. Right. So the second Zach Wilson got picked, I went downstairs and waited probably 20 minutes or so for him to get there. And after Wilson showed up, it was just a straight stream of interviews for probably about 3 hours.
So who was your favorite interview that you gave, or who was like the best response? Who seemed like they were the most I don't know, like I guess engaging. Let's go with that. Who's the most engaging? It seemed with from the people that you were able to interview.
The most engaging, the most engaging was Jamar Chase.
Really?
That's
awesome.
He was just like messing around with everybody. He was talking about how bad he is at dancing. Like, he gave some good answers. Answer to my question, not great. I don't think he understood what I was trying to ask. And you saw that on TikTok.
You sent me that. I was like,
I asked him, like, because he hadn't played for over a year because he opted out for COVID. So I was like, as an athlete, there's a lot of small things that you appreciate about playing your sport, right? So I was trying to get him to mention one of those, and he said he's excited to go explore Cincinnati, which, like, if you're excited to go explore Cincinnati, you might want to get out more. Maybe that's...
It's like, years ago, Joakim Noah. Who wants to go to Cleveland? Who wants
exactly. Exactly. And I was there. It's, the area around the stadium is very nice. Wonderful. Yeah. Outside of that, a little sketchy, I'll be honest. Anyway, but yeah, Jamar Chase was very engaging. Mac Jones is the perfect fit for Bill Belichick. Not even on the field, just watching him interview, he is so boring. Like, he's been told what to say, and he says it. He said all the right things, but somebody asked him, are you going to feel pressure being a similar style quarterback to Tom Brady going in there? And he's like, no, why would I? I'm like...
You know what, though? I think that's like a programmed answer, because...
Yes, it is, and that's why I don't like it. I want him to be like, well, yeah, I'm going to...
Oh, yeah, you're replacing
quarterbacks of all time.
Right.
Of course I'm going to be nervous.
Why would you not
I want to hear that. I don't want to hear, no, I don't think about that.
That's right. Okay, so I really wish I really wish Justin Fields would have been there, so that way you could have asked him a question.
Yeah.
But so on a similar level of what you just said, though, they asked when he had his Chicago press conference at Hallis Hall
Yeah.
the day after. One of the media members asked him if he was feeling any pressure or anything like that, and he flat out was like, he's like, no, he's like, we haven't, like, there hasn't been anybody before. I'm
paraphrasing.
Yeah, thank you. But he was like, there hasn't been a quarterback that has, shown any significance in this franchise in years. So I don't feel any pressure. And plus, he also said that he's like, I feel confident in what I do and how I approach the game. So I'm telling you, man, like I love. So I'm not trying to tangent away from your draft experience, but man, I loved what the Bears did with that trading up. I freaked out. I don't know if you saw. I was singing, I was dancing, I was doing some stupid ass shit.
I didn't see it at the time because I was downstairs interviewing people, but I saw it afterwards. It was very entertaining.
I clipped it, so it's available. I clipped some. So it's actually pretty funny. So apparently, some of the basketball guys that I coach. Ended up screen recording and clipping it, and it's in their chat for basketball. Yeah, so I make fun of myself. I'm cool with it. You got to. Hey, so real quick, anyone that's watching and anyone that watches this video, I apologize if you hear my puppy like being annoying and crazy. She's very needy, and I love her. She's amazing. But yeah, so I apologize in advance.
Happens.
But anyway, so your first question that you've ever asked at an NFL draft went to Zach Wilson.
No, Kyle Pitts.
Was it Kyle Pitts?
Kyle Pitts was first for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why. He had a very good answer. I asked him, like, who was your idol in the NFL growing up? And he said Randy Moss, which is why he wears number 84.
It's perfect, though, because if you look at I don't know. I don't think that he's going to be playing much of like in a
pure tight end.
Yeah.
No. And he doesn't call himself a tight end. He calls himself a pass catcher. He doesn't call himself a tight end.
It's accurate because
somebody else asked him like somebody asked him like there's been some disparity. Are you a tight end? Are you a receiver? You're going to a place with an already established starting tight end and two outside wide receivers. So like how do you identify yourself? And he's like, I'm a pass catcher.
How happy was Matt Ryan when he saw that name?
He had to be very happy. I mean, you go from you might get replaced very soon to here's another incredible weapon. Here's my hot take, and then we'll get to the Packers in a second. Here's my hot take. Matt Ryan is going to make a similar improvement that Aaron Rodgers did from 2019 to 2020. If I had to pick a dark horse MVP right now, I would put all of my money on Matt Ryan.
I'm curious. So while you start, right before you start your rant about the Packers, I am going to look at the futures for that, and then we will talk about that after and before the interview we have with Madre. So
perfect.
Real quick though, and I have a very short thing.
Yeah.
Just like because I'm totally deferring to you on this one. Chicago Bears draft. They won that draft. I've actually seen some reports already saying that Justin Fields is the leading vote getter for Rookie of the Year for some media members, which would be awesome.
He's the most intelligent
ever
quarterback ever. Very impressive.
Right, and like it was really cool though that he remembered from his pro day that Matt Nagy went to. Nagy drew up a play for him. The Bears ran, and he was able to recite it like perfectly.
Yep.
So I think the Bears. I don't want to, because I was a Trubisky truther, I guess, for lack of a better term. I was, but I think that the amount of confidence that I have with this pick to see someone actually slipping out of the top five, that's a potentially top five prospect for an NFL draft, slipping as far as it did to actually go to the Chicago Bears. Like it's awesome to be a part of that as a fan. So hell yeah, let's go. I actually think they won this draft. It's about time. I feel good about a Chicago Bears draft. I will watch the preseason with anticipation. I will rock my Chicago Bears flag. Matt Nagy, Ryan Pace finally gave the fan base hope. So they're not. I don't call them the Chicago Shits anymore.
Really?
Currently, they're the Chicago Craps right now. So
they get their name back.
Currently, no. Currently, they're the Chicago Craps.
Okay.
So until I start seeing and I still get that momentum of preseason stuff like that, maybe I'll release
You'll
the
back off a little bit.
back off a little bit. But hey, I am super happy. There is hope. That being said, I'm going to lead into it like this. The Chicago Bears did a great job in the NFL draft, drafting a quarterback that is an absolute beast from what it looks like preliminary results to seeing the team that is the rival of the Chicago Bears potentially losing their Hall of Fame grasp on what my buddy calls quarterback U in the NFL. And I would love to hear your take on it, please, MJ. The floor is yours. I'm actually sorry and sympathizing you as a Bears fan, and I do hope it goes well for you because I would actually love to see the Bears actually beat Aaron Rodgers led Packer team. However, in my personal opinion, I don't know if he's going to be back. So that being said, MJ, the floor is yours. Go Bears.
Okay. Richie, roll the rant music. So, the entire premise of what's been going on with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers is Aaron Rodgers is frustrated with the front office. He is extremely unhappy, and the front office at this point in time is refusing to trade it. That's kind of the context that we are sitting in right now. So let's backtrack a little bit. We're going to backtrack all the way back to 2016 when the Green Bay Packers started making decisions on people that Aaron Rodgers sort of grew up with in the Packers organization. That's guys like Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson, Clay Matthews. So the Packers front office starts letting these guys go. Then 2018 comes, Rodgers gets hurt, the Packers season is awful, he comes back, doesn't look like himself because of the collarbone injury, Mike McCarthy eventually gets fired. That season pretty much just a wash. Where Aaron Rodgers starts to really get frustrated with the Green Bay Packers organization is in the hiring of now head coach Matt LaFleur, where the Packers front office, whether it be Mark Murphy, Brian Gutekunst, they did not tell Aaron Rodgers who they were going to hire. They did not ask him. He was not involved in the process. They just informed him Matt LaFleur is going to be your new head coach, giving him a new system, new language. He had been running the same West Coast offense his entire time in the NFL, and he suddenly had to revamp himself at age 36. Very frustrating for somebody who sees themselves as probably the most intelligent quarterback in the league and one of the most talented. So that's right before the 2019 season. 2019, they make it to the NFC Championship game. They fail epically there, get destroyed by the San Francisco 49ers, mostly because of the Packers' defense, but also partially because Rodgers could not match up to a very good 49ers defense. So that's 2019. Aaron Rodgers threw, I believe, 25 touchdowns and 2 interceptions that year. One of the best TD to touchdown ratio or touchdown to interception ratios ever. He has most of those. And at that point in time, Aaron Rodgers just didn't look like himself. Most people agreed that was his first year in a new offense. He's going to get it together.
26-4.
26-4. There you go.
He actually had better numbers last year. Way.
Oh, for sure. So then we get to the 2020 NFL draft. It's a weird draft. COVID's going on. Nobody can do in-person combine. Everything is just a cluster. It's just a mess, right? The Green Bay Packers decide, we see a guy that is best available. We see Jordan Love, quarterback from a smaller school who we think has the intangibles, the type of talent that would translate at some point in time to replace Aaron Rodgers. They move up to, I believe, the 26th pick in the 2020 NFL draft. They select Jordan Love. And again, making a franchise-altering decision without telling Aaron Rodgers.
Why do they have to tell him?
I'll get to that in a little bit. Aaron Rodgers then proceeds to pretty much have an FU season of 48 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and arguably one of the best seasons by a quarterback in NFL history.
I agree.
And once again, they fall short in the NFC Championship game. Not really because of Aaron Rodgers, partially. The offense, only got 6 points on 3 interceptions. Part
So
of that
they
is
never-
on Aaron Rodgers. Part of that is on play calling. There's a lot that goes into that, right?
They never kicked that field goal.
I will drive up there right now and kick the.
That's
crap.
fine. I
will
completely-
drive up there right now.
Why would you take the ball out of a Hall of Fame quarterback's hands?
Okay,
Anyway,
shut up. I'm ranting here.
continue.
So that's how last season ends. Once again, very frustrating. In the postseason presser, at the end of the NFC Championship game, Aaron Rodgers was very vague about his future, about the future of the Packers, and most people thought that was because there were a lot of free agents up. That he didn't know what the Packers were going to look like next year, things of that nature. Okay, so we go from end of January till the day of the draft. Nobody is talking about Aaron Rodgers being upset. Nobody's talking about him not coming back. Absolutely no one has any sense that Aaron Rodgers is going anywhere. They re-sign David Bakhtiari. They re-sign Aaron Jones. They bring back everyone, basically. There is no major player. You re-sign the best left tackle in football. You have the best wide receiver in football. And you have one of the best running backs in football. And you make moves in the draft to protect Aaron Rodgers, etc. So then Adam Schefter says Aaron Rodgers is unhappy. Aaron Rodgers has informed those around him that he does not intend on returning to the Green Bay Packers in 2021. That's the report coming from Schefter. On draft night, I came into our stream while you were talking, and I will say this. The Green Bay Packers did field, and by the Green Bay Packers, I mean Brian Gutekunst, fielded a call from the Denver Broncos after that story broke.
Right.
John Lynch called, or not John Lynch, John Elway, that front office called and said, is this true? Are you going to deal him? Can we talk about that? I don't know specifically what Goody said to the Denver Broncos. I do know it was a pretty swift no. And the only reason that I even take weight to that is because there was somebody in the Packers organization that was told specifically to look at a deal to the Denver Broncos and how would that affect the cap, what kind of numbers are we looking at, things of that nature. That is the only team that the Green Bay Packers even considered thinking about the concept of looking at numbers for dealing Aaron Rodgers. Goody refused to talk to John Lynch. He refused to talk to anyone else. Why did he talk to the Denver Broncos? Beats me. I don't know. Probably because they're in the best position.
They're in the best position to get him.
They have the best assets.
Right.
And that is supposedly one of the places Rodgers said he wanted to go.
It was the Broncos, Raiders, and 49ers from what I remember.
Yes, that is correct.
Let's go-
49ers, yes, but Green Bay probably wouldn't do that because of the
Right.
recent rivalry there, and the Raiders really don't have anything.
Right.
So that's why, it appears Packers have that same thought. Broncos were the only team they really seriously considered. But I do know that there were a lot of calls coming in on draft night. Very few, they were not answered, but there were a lot of calls coming in. So,
Of course. If you think that a Hall of Fame quarterback is somehow...
for sure. And if you don't call, you're an idiot. Like
100%.
honestly, the only team that shouldn't be calling is probably the Bucks.
Oh. Yeah.
That's the only team that shouldn't, and the Chiefs. Other than that, if you don't have Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes on your roster, you should be calling.
Just to see.
Exactly. So that's leading up to draft night. After draft night, it has been complete and utter chaos.
100%.
You have Brett Favre.
Favre.
You have Brett Favre talking. You have AJ Hawk talking on the Pat McAfee show. You have James Jones coming out today. Everything everybody says is conflicting. Nobody seems to have a consensus. And then the most recent news, as Adam Schefter said today, nothing that he reported came directly from Aaron Rodgers' camp or from the Green Bay Packers. And that is something that was echoed by AJ Hawk and McAfee a few days ago. They said, this just isn't how Aaron Rodgers works. And I will agree with that. Aaron Rodgers is not a traditional guy when it comes to media.
Can
He's
I
very
cut you off?
calculated.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna cut you off.
Yeah.
I do have a serious question for you, and
Yeah.
as not only a media professional but also a Packers fan, so I actually want both opinions.
Yeah.
I want the Packer opinion, but I also want like the MJ Hurley media opinion.
Yeah.
Why does it seem as soon as Rodgers gets involved with a significant other that there's always an issue?
So, my Packers fan will say, it does appear that Shailene Woodley is messing with him, and like you're smart. You could go host Jeopardy. You could run this team. That would be my fan reaction. My media reaction is
Coincidence?
fairly similar. I don't think it's a coincidence at all. Aaron Rodgers, and this is no mark against him. I don't normally like talking about people's personal lives. He's not very close with his family. So it appears that when he does become close with someone, that they have a very large influence on his life. That's what it looks like.
Up here,
right?
from
exactly.
Outside, right.
Whether or not that's true, I don't know. But if exactly. But if you're Aaron Rodgers, you're looking there. You know, he is an extremely intelligent human being. Could he probably be the GM of the Packers and the starting quarterback? Probably. He could most likely do that, and he would probably nail it too. He will likely end up at some point the host of Jeopardy. Like, he is an extremely intelligent human being.
Fuck.
You didn't see that?
Oh, I saw it, but it was just funny.
Let's be honest. Aaron Rodgers will end up hosting that show at some point. But anyway,
he already did host
full-time host. You know what I mean, Bruce.
I know. I'm just giving you shit.
So here's my breakdown. Aaron Rodgers is a prove it kind of guy. He puts a chip on his shoulder, and that is the only thing that worries me whatsoever. But here is the statement I will make. Madre's in the waiting room, so got to wrap this up in a few moments. Aaron Rodgers will not be the starting quarterback for another football team in 2021. Is there a chance that he holds out? Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe.
Interesting.
And by maybe, I mean 5, maybe 10%. Very, very unlikely, because the man loses an incredible amount of money. Yeah. He really cares about his image, and there's a reason that he told Mike Tirico, I didn't want this to get out. I didn't want any of this to get out. Aaron Rodgers is a very private guy. He does not like his personal life, his opinions, his relationship with other people being in the media and in the limelight. So that's why I know for a fact this did not come from Aaron Rodgers. This is not his style. He does things behind the scene. He's not going to go tell Schefter, hey, on draft day at 3 p.m., tweet this out for me. That's not how Rodgers works. He goes on the McAfee show every week, and that's how he gets information out. Like, if you were going to do something, it would not be through Schefter. So all of that to say, the Packers are very steadfast in not trading Aaron Rodgers. And honestly, my advice to Packers fans, my advice to football fans, is until June 15th, when we have the first official team activities where Aaron Rodgers would technically be required to report to Lambeau for a physical. Until that day, trust nothing you hear unless it comes from Aaron Rodgers' mouth himself.
Okay, I agree with that. As a Bears fan, I actually agree with that.
Because, yes, A.J. Hawk can text him. James Jones can text him. Brett Favre can text him. Anyone can text the man. But until I hear words coming from his mouth himself saying, I will not return to the Green Bay Packers, it is so hard to figure out what is true and what is not. And so I'm not going to spin myself up for a month worrying about if he's not going to be there. Because let's be honest, if you put Jordan Love at that quarterback position and you say, go win me the NFC North, unless the Bears get Justin Fields out there real quick, which is not their plan, I still like the Packers roster better than any other team in the NFC North.
True. I will say, okay, so if
So
Rodgers,
obviously, it would be a lot. It would be a lot closer than without Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, it would be a very close dogfight, in my opinion, between Chicago, Minnesota, and the Packers. But I still like our chances. And my biggest thing is I am not going to sacrifice our future for one man. I don't
no,
care.
and I agree with
I don't
that.
care what Aaron Rodgers has done. I don't care that you're, in my opinion, the most talented quarterback of all time. If you want to bring down this team because you're upset, then you can get out. Like if I could trade Aaron Rodgers, honestly, if you wanna do this to the team, you're supposed to be the supreme leader of this organization. You are the face of the franchise, and you've been that for the last decade plus. And you pull this. If you want to do that,
No, you're.
then
That's
I'm not going to
actually-
sacrifice. I'm not
You
going to
surprised
sacrifice the future of our organization for one person. I don't care who you are.
You're not wrong, but like honestly, like you surprised me. I didn't think
Yeah.
that was going to be what you said. But hey, real quick though, we were talking about earlier. Matt Ryan, he's 33-1 right now, according to
Ooh, I like
Vegas.
that. I like that.
But real quick before we get Madre on,
Yeah.
the weekend is right around the corner, and there are plenty of things going on in Central Illinois to keep you and the family busy, whether you're just visiting or you call the heart of Illinois home. Discover Peoria, the Peoria Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, has dropped us some information about a few weekly discoveries you won't want to miss. It's Restaurant Week, baby. You know what? Restaurant Week. That means you can eat. Discover Peoria is so excited to start promoting some of the local participating restaurants in the inaugural Peoria Area Restaurant Week. The Broadway Deli and Lounge in Peoria, Barbecue Smoke Wagon in East Peoria. Sounds amazing, actually. Sweet Fire and Grill in Peoria up by Grand Prairie. Firehouse Pizza and Pub in Prairie East Peoria. Peoria East Peoria. You can learn more about these participating restaurants and others over on the landing page for Restaurant Week on our website at discoverpeoria.com/restaurant week. And who does not want to eat food?
Exactly. And on the food train, for those of you who are more health inclined, we have some farmers markets that are now open in the Peoria area. So Central Illinois is filled with fantastic farmers markets all over the region. For the next few weeks, Discover Peoria will be highlighting the area farmers markets as they open up. So here is what is open now. First, we have the Metro Center Farmers Market, open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon in the Metro Center in Peoria. Then we have the Pekin Farmers Market, which is open Thursday afternoons from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. in the Pekin Park District's Miller Center parking lot. And then finally, we have the Havana Farmers Market, which is open Saturday mornings from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the Mason County Courtyard. And a full rundown of the area farmers markets on our website, as always, at discoverpeoria.com. And with that, we will bring in my good friend Madre Harper. Let's get this going right here. Madre, how you doing, sir?
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, Madre? How you doing, man? My apologies for how long it took. It was just my dumb ass taking forever to read ads, so I apologize.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
So, Madre, real quick, I know you and I have spoken before. I just wanted to introduce Bruce. He is my co-host on our show, and he was my freshman high school baseball coach. And then last year, a little bit after I interviewed you, right after the 2020 draft, Bruce and I decided to do a live show, and we've been doing that for over a year now. I think Bruce, wasn't the announcement a year ago today on Facebook? I think I just saw that.
Dude, I think so.
I think it was. So, congratulations, Madre. You're on our 1-year show.
There you go. Your anniversary, dude.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, because I had to be the best guest last year, so I got to come back.
Exactly.
Let's go. I like that. Hey, he's from Southern Illinois, though, so he's got to come with that Southern Illinois swag. So I'm cool.
Oh, I'm from Texas, man. I got to come with that. Hold on now.
Okay.
I'm from Texas, man. That's where that comes from.
He told you, Bruce.
Hey, I saw SIU in your in the profile, so I'm cool with that.
Nah, you good. I'm just a Southern boy, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting all that to the South.
That's awesome. Oh, hey, so real quick, I'm gonna jump right in if you don't mind, man.
Yeah.
So last year I was kind of doing a little bit of research on you. I saw you went undrafted. Can you talk to us about the process that led to you being signed by the Raiders initially? How much work you had to put in, and were you waiting for a phone call, or were you just like, all right, I'm just gonna keep training and keep going?
So obviously being from a smaller school, me leaving a big school like Oklahoma State and going to a smaller school, I did lose a little bit of exposure, and we weren't that good at the time. So I feel like I was kind of like under the radar. Me and MJ had talked about that, when I was under last year, just underneath the radar. A lot of people just didn't know who I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I started building traction more towards close to the draft, but with like COVID and everything, I wasn't able to do no personal interviews, no private workouts. And a lot of people just started kind of figure out who I was with my numbers that I put up at my pro day. So it was a chance that I could slip in those later rounds. So I wasn't necessarily waiting on a call, but I knew it could happen, especially like just with my scores and my numbers and everything. Right. At the same time, we were prepared for whatever. I knew I was going to be on somebody's team. I just didn't know whose team. And then after, I had already had talks with the Raiders before, so I knew they were kind of interested because they like the long DBs, they like the press. That's like Al Davis. That's like his thing. Yeah. I know, his son's there, but like Al Davis likes corners who can press. Like that's what they like. That's always what they've always been. Like aggressive people who like to hit. So I knew that it'd be a good match for me, especially like after the draft when teams were calling. We felt like, me and my agent at the time, we felt like that was the best opportunity for me and my skill set in a man team. Because I am a 6'3" corner who likes to press, and we feel like that was the best opportunity for call. But during the draft and stuff, I really try not to stress about it. Obviously, you'd be upset that you didn't get drafted, but I kind of just worked out every day. And after the draft, made the call, said I was going to go to them, and just kept working out. Just kept working and kept grinding. I still got more to prove and more to go. And I kind of just took it as like a chip on my shoulder, another step back. We're like, okay, they got to respect me, so I just got to go back to the drawing board and to keep working. And so that's obviously year 2. I feel the same way. Yeah, I went to the Giants. I got signed up to practice squad, which I'm very blessed and thankful for. And just I got to go compete. You know what I'm saying? Like this year, I feel like I got to make an even bigger jump and just, keep making my name in the league.
Gotcha.
So, Madre, when you got signed to the Raiders, how close was that to after the draft?
So it was as soon as the draft ended, they had called me in like the 5th round and was like, if you don't get drafted, we would like for you to, commit to us to undrafted free agency or whatever. Oh, so, wow. It was pretty quick. Yeah, I had teams calling like in the 4th and 5th round trying to get on me. So,
that's interesting.
Yeah, because a lot of teams thought they didn't think I was going to make it. And then some teams were like, well, if you do end up dropping, what I'm saying, would you like to come here, blah, blah, blah. Because I thought I was going to go like in the 5th or 6th. Just based on some of the teams that had picks left, but at the same time, you never know like how things work out in the war room. Yeah. You never know how those things happen. So some teams thought I was going to go, and then some teams was like, well, if you don't, you like come to us. So I just had to decipher through all the teams and like what was best for me, and obviously coaching staff, who they have on their team, contracts, stuff like that, system, stuff like that.
So before one last question about your former team, if you don't mind. Mm-hmm. How's the dynamic with Coach Gruden? How's he as a coach? How does he approach you guys, and how does he address the locker room?
So to me, it was just like Hard Knocks, like the whole like knock on wood thing. Yeah, like at first, like I didn't think it was like a gimmick or nothing, but I was like, does he really be saying like knock on wood? And like, but no, Gruden's a great coach. He's very enthusiastic. I like that, and I kind of grew up on that old school hard-nosed football. Like my dad's an older guy. Like my dad's 60, so like. I grew up on that. Yeah, I grew up on that type of football. So that was kind of like, just normal to me. Mm-hmm. And like, he's very like, you would think him being like an older coach that he would kind of be like stuck in his ways. And yeah, he has certain things that he's not going to budge on, being his values. But at the same time, he's also like trying to be like a player's coach where he knows that the game is evolving and he knows that he has to do certain things that maybe, 10 years ago or whenever he was coaching at the Raiders back in the day, when he was coaching at the Bucs, that they just won't work now, if that makes sense. Like he knows that he kind of has to, we have better technology where it comes to health and training and all these tracking and stuff. And he really takes that to heart where he's trying to give us the best thing for our bodies in order for us to play, where we have recovery days or not necessarily rest days. We may, scale the reps down and just, he likes speed. He likes things being precise and he just likes going fast. And like, I really applaud him for that. Because a lot of older coaches sometimes don't want to conform to the, I'm not going to say like, you got to do everything like the young people do, but it is a different game than it is 10 years ago.
Right.
Like you can't destroy our bodies like they used to. Back 10 years ago, 2-a-days and all that stuff was normal. Now it's like, kind of forget about that.
Dude, I had triples when I was like the old guy. Like
yeah, see, like I had it like 1 year in high school. I had it my freshman year in high school back in like, was that 2012 or whatever? And then the next year they outlawed it.
I'm so old, bro. I was a senior in 2003, so it's like
yeah, but they used to have. I had 2-a-days this 1 year in high school, but then the next year they got rid of it.
And you were in Texas too, though. That's
Yeah,
so.
I was in Texas. So like, and then like we had it in college, and then the next year NCAA got rid of it.
Yeah, y'all are crazy
Dang.
down in Texas.
Yeah, because like Texas, like we used to play spring football, fall football, like it's normal. So like
always
me
football.
going to college and like having 2 days, it didn't really feel bad. It's just that next year the NCAA said that was wrong. So now we would just do where you just be up there a long time. You basically just be up there practice, and you have meetings, and you come back and live and more meet, but you can't practice twice now.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But to me, I mean, it's better for us, I guess, in the long run, especially like if you think about it, I've been playing football since I was 5 years old. So that is a lot of wear and tear on your body. So I guess I'm kind of thankful for it. But then it makes the same point. How much more do you have to push the athlete during your normal hours to get the same amount of, training and endurance and stuff like that? So it's kind of like give or take. But I'm not mad at not having 2 days.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
Madre, before we jump to the Giants, I have a weird random question for you. What's the weirdest thing that you do to take care of your body? You know that there was a lot of talk a couple years ago about like everything Tom Brady does and his weird diet, whatever that is. So what's
Dry needles.
Yeah, what's the weirdest thing you do to take care of your body? Oh,
I mean, I've done dry needling. So basically, I don't feel like I do anything weird. I just feel like I try to be consistent and find out what works for me. So obviously getting like massages twice a week on my body, relinquishing like those how like your body gets sore to lactic acid, getting that out of your body. I mean, I got the Normatec boots at the crib. I mean, like you said, dry needling. I mean, I take like this joint vibrance thing to help my ligament strength and my joints, and then taking my greens every day. And then just knowing how to work. Like sometimes you don't always have to work out for 2 hours to get the same result, if that makes sense. Like I think a lot of coaches, especially like in college, feel like I have to work my athlete for 2 hours in order to feel like they got work. So going to the league, that taught me from a lot of vets, like you don't have to work out for 2 hours, you know what I'm saying, to get work in. Sometimes you can shorten the workload down to still get more quality work and still get work out of it. So I think just changing my workouts and the way I see work is that I think that's the biggest difference for me. Just I don't have to go out there and kill myself. Sometimes you can be more specific and work on certain things. You can still get the same amount of work. So running up hills, right? You can go like not a steep hill, but like say you're running up a hill, right? Running up a hill sideways can do the same thing as running like 10 gassers. Yep. Because like you're still getting the same work. It's short and compacted, but you're still getting like that same burn.
Yeah.
Or like if you're backpedaling with the sled on you, you're still getting that burn of your hamstring that you need to strengthen your hamstrings. Like just certain stuff like that so you don't have to run freaking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of yards to get that same effect. So just switching out my workout. But I don't feel like I do anything weird. I mean, I try to eat clean, take my vitamins, my medicine, like greens, all that stuff. I try to do stuff like that. So I don't feel like I do anything like crazy weird or anything out of the ordinary.
That's fair.
So what's the so to move on now into about the Giants? So how was that process after you left the Raiders and the Giants they signed you mid-season? Am I correct on that?
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, mid-season, like week 4.
Yeah,
so it was crazy. So like they already had been calling. I guess as my agent was saying, they already had been calling about me. That they were looking at me and everything. I thought they were going to draft me. Honestly, I thought I was going to get drafted by them. And so I guess they stuck with me after the draft. I guess, there's whatever didn't work out over there, you don't never know.
Yeah.
And I guess they kept sticking with me. And then my agent kind of told me they were looking at me, but obviously like, yeah, I want to be on the roster, but at the same time, I'm still on the team right now. So I wasn't really like worrying about it. I just said, I let God handle it. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. I'm still trying to make waves here at the Raiders, still trying to perform, still practice every day, worry about stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so I guess they ended up calling me. We were finna play the Patriots. Okay. And then so we were finna play the Patriots, and that Saturday they tried to sign me.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. So that's a quick turnover right there.
So they tried to sign me that Saturday. The Raiders end up moving me up. So I didn't go.
Oh, you couldn't, yeah.
Yeah. So they ended up moving me up. And so they did that, it's just it's normal things in the league. And then after that, they called again, I guess, with a different deal. And then it was something that my agent just like, we got to have to take, because at the Raiders, I was on practice squad. They got, they got those draft picks. They got people in the room that were playing. So it's just like me. It's not that I wanted to leave or I didn't like it there. It's just like opportunity to play and get on the field faster.
Yeah.
And everybody can understand that. It's business. It is what it is. But obviously the goal is to get on the field And, you know, coming from the practice squad to the active roster, obviously, you know, for pay raise and for my family and money wise and just stuff like that, which is better for me. And so it was kind of like a no brainer in a sense, but it's not like I didn't like the Raiders. I wanted to be there, but at the same time, you're going to tell me that I'm just going to stay on the practice squad or I can be on the active roster somewhere and, you know, really get to play. So it's just hard not to say yes.
So Madre, how hard is it making that adjustment though from practice squad to active roster to practice squad? And like I know mentally as an athlete, you're the competitiveness in you want to be out there and you want to play and you want to have an opportunity. So how do you have that mental approach to that?
So like you said, like being on the practice squad obviously is a little different when you know that you're not going to play that week. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of like I try to just practice like I was going to play at the Raiders in a sense. Like I still tried to go as hard as I could. I still tried to be ready because in my mind, like I feel like I should have been drafted, point blank period. I'm always going to feel like that. I feel like I have the talent wise. The numbers speak for itself. So my credits speak for themselves. So like end of the day, I always knew I could play. It was just the thing of when will I play? So I never wanted to be where I didn't go hard or I wasn't prepared that week. And for some reason I got moved up and, you know, like I wasn't ready. So, but it is mentally draining though, because at the same time, like you said, you're seeing week after week, you know what I'm saying? You're sitting, you know, sit at the crib or, you know, you're in a little back room, whatever, and you want to be out there on the field with your brothers. And sometimes like for me, it was kind of hard to celebrate a win for me because I feel like I had no take in it. But at the same time, I took pride in getting those guys ready for week to week, you know, where I gave them great looks, you know, I gave them the things that they needed. You know, I never try to slack at practice or like be that guy just pouting because honestly, I was just happy to be there, like happy to be in the league and have an opportunity where a lot of people didn't get that, especially during COVID where it was so hard that I ain't gonna lie. If I didn't jump and run what I ran, I would not be in the league just because of COVID. It would have been hard because like you really had to jump off the page without, you know, then having the process of the combine and going to everybody's pro days.
There was absolutely
nothing. And it was even harder this year for a lot of athletes, you know, being with a lot of people's season got canceled, people playing in the fall, like, you know, just a lot of things going on. So like, I'm truly blessed to be there. So I couldn't really sit there and just sulk. But at the same time, like you said, I'm a competitor and I want to play. So yeah, when I got switched to the active roster at the Giants, it was a lot of things going on at once. Cause one, I feel like I got traded in a sense. Mid-season.
I can see that.
Basically what happened, like I went from Vegas to New York, halfway across the country.
Those two fun places to be, too.
Yeah, so I went to New York. I got there on like a Tuesday or Wednesday. I couldn't get in the building till Thursday because, you know, the COVID protocols.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to wait like 2 or 3 days to get into the building, like 2 days to make sure obviously I knew I didn't have COVID, but, you know, they don't know those protocols and stuff. And so I had to wait for that. Then I got there on Thursday trying to learn the playbook. And I can't even really learn the playbook because, you know, teams, we put in place week to week. Mm-hmm. Like nobody goes over their whole playbook every week before the game. You put in the plays that you're going to try to run for the game. So obviously it wasn't too crazy trying to learn, but obviously I didn't know a lot about the defense. So like they basically just tell me, well, on this play you got man, on this play you got that. And then that Sunday I'm playing against the Rams. Yeah.
And that is a hard offense to decipher.
Dude, that offense is insane too.
So I'm out there. I'm trying to guard Everett, the tight end.
Oh my god!
I done slipped and fell. I'm out there nervous, trying to get my jitters out, man. Like,
how much shit did you get in the camera room when you when they saw you fall?
Man, they was like, "Bro, you all right, man?" I said, "Man, I was out there a little nervous, man. Like, just out there a little nervous because it just happened so fast." But like, that game. Because you don't know what to expect. Like I had never played my first NFL game, so like I had no idea. Like I knew like practice is different. When you practice so much, you're used to those guys.
Yeah.
Just like in college, you know, like you practice against each other for months. It's not the same feeling. Y'all been athletes. When you play against the same person every day, you just have a different level of confidence against them. So obviously, and that's me being in the league, I didn't know like, is it going to be faster, slower, what are the guys going to do? So like once I got that first game out the way, and the game was moving slow to me. It was slower than I thought.
I remember, Madre, I texted you after that first game, and I asked how it was, and you were like, to be honest, I expected it to be faster.
Wow. Yeah, it was slower than I thought. I don't know if that was the way I trained or because Gruden goes so fast.
Yeah.
Or just, I'm just meant to be there. That's how I think of it. I think it was just as I'm meant to be there. I am the right athlete. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be in that level. and just preparation. You know, me working out so hard, me like slacking off, you know, at the Raiders. Because I could have easily been at the Raiders not going hard, you know, eating bad, BSing, and then got to the, you know, Giants, and then obviously not necessarily been out of shape, but not my body wouldn't have been prepared to like go like that, if that makes sense. Because you could come practice squad, like, you know you're not going to play that week. It's easy to get into that mode where you're just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah.
And that's where, as an athlete, you got to just push yourself outside of that. So yeah, it actually moved slower than I thought. And after that game, like, I was cool after that. I was ready to compete. Like, I was, okay, I'm supposed to be here. And then it was just cool to me after that. But obviously, I still got a lot of work to do. Still got a lot of strides. Now I'm trying to really understand the game of football. Like, I have all the athletic attributes, but now I'm trying to be like, Logan Ryan's a good teacher, and I love being with Logan. Like, Logan is always in the right place. He knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is so smart, and I feel like that is the next level for my game, because I can run, jump, do all that. But how do you game in and game out, know what's going on, know the formations, know what the receiver's doing? That's going to make you, one, stay healthy, because you're not outside of your body frame. You know what I'm saying? You're not panicking. And then two, you'll be able to make those plays and make those jumps in your career and just be more relaxed. Like, you know, if you're more like going into a test in school, if you study and you study proper and study right, you're not cramming, you're obviously coming to the game with more confidence. And I feel like this year they want me to be, you know, more of a press corner, you know, be more consistent and really be able to utilize me. So I feel like that's the next step in my game, where I need to learn more about the game of football and who we're playing and analyzing. And Logan Ryan is a great resource for me. You know, he's been in the league so long and, you know, won 2 Super Bowls with the Patriots, and just a great resource for me.
That's awesome. So I got to ask, who was the guy you idolized growing up as a professional athlete, whether that be football, basketball, baseball, whatever?
So I'm a big Richard Sherman fan, because like
Nice.
we're built the same thought process, want to hit, feel like we're smart guys, you know what I'm saying, like outspoken. So like that's who I've always wanted to meet, always wanted to be friends with. Like, I don't know, just reach out to him and train with him in the off season, like something. Like, Richard Sherman's the guy I always looked up to.
Has he actually? Have you tried talking to him yet?
I never tried talking to him or none. I was hoping we was gonna play him or something.
Bam!
I wasn't
at the right here.
I wasn't there yet. Yeah, because they played the 49ers, but I wasn't there yet.
Oh.
I wasn't there yet. They played the 49ers like second game of the season or something like that. So like I wasn't there yet, because obviously after the game, if I get to see him one time in my career. So I made at this point this year, anybody that I, you know, like that I like their game and that, you know, like I look up to and I respect their game, I'm just gonna talk to him after the game. Like, hey man, I respect your game. You know what I'm saying? I want, you know, we can link up in the off season and train, you know, obviously it'd be great. Like, to me, like, why not? Because I'm trying to get better and learn. I don't have it all figured out. And obviously I'm still trying to make waves in my name, but you know, like, why not? It doesn't hurt nothing.
So we just had someone that's watching on Twitch ask, what's your most memorable play and moment so far in your NFL career?
Most memorable play and moment in my NFL career. Honestly, most memorable moment was really playing against like the Eagles, the first time we played the Eagles, because I played like 25, 30 snaps that game. I mean, I was really in defense. I was on packages.
That's awesome.
I mean, hitting people. Like, so I was really like playing. So that, like, to me was like, you know, you just look around like, dang, I'm like really doing this. Like, I'm really out here doing this. And like, to me, that was just kind of like a surreal moment for me. But I feel like every game was like a memorable moment in a sense, like being like my first year, but probably like that first time we played the Eagles game. And obviously when I hit Deshaun Jackson, that
I was going to
like
say, you made some Eagles fans mad that day.
Yeah, so that was crazy. So I got to put that out the way. So nobody hit him late. I did not get fined for that. Nothing happened, because when Corey had hit him, he was still up. And then I came in like, I'm not going to say late, but I came in after the fact, because, you know, like I seen him hit him initially, but they didn't blow no whistle. So when he had like hit the ground, the ref didn't do anything. So in my mind, I was like, I didn't think he was down yet. So that's why I was trying to like, as you can see like on the tape, I wasn't like putting my whole body weight on him. Like I was trying to like held up off of him. Because then I was like, dang. But the ref didn't say anything to me. Like he didn't say anything because they didn't blow the whistle.
Well,
so I don't know if that was.
Will refs do that even if they don't blow a whistle? Will they like say, hey, don't do that again or something? Like how much?
Yeah, I mean, like
that
stuff like that. They may say like watch out or anything like that, but the ref didn't say anything to me. I'm not saying the refs are, you know, they were bad officiating or anything like that. But I just didn't hear a whistle. So and they didn't throw a flag. So I mean, but obviously, I didn't want to hurt him. I wasn't trying to hurt him, nothing like that. I was trying to play, you know, just go hard, but I wasn't trying to hurt him or nothing like that. I'm bad. I feel bad that it happened to him because obviously he's a great player. That's D-Jack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. D-Jack is still like that. Don't let nobody fool you. He will still take the top off.
Oh,
He
yeah.
will still run past people.
So fast.
He is still like that. Like, don't let people forget that. But obviously, like, yeah, that game, everybody was on my head about that. And obviously, I wasn't finna like comment on it. But it wasn't nothing like, I wasn't trying to hurt nobody like that. I don't really play like that.
Obviously, D-Jax won't run past you, though.
Nah, and we ain't going to that. I'm putting hands on him.
It's like,
Nah,
no.
but DJ's still like that though. People don't understand. Like he still got it. If he stays healthy and at the Rams, man, he's gonna do good things. Like he still has it. Like
I
don't think
forgot he's
people
on the
understand
Rams
how
now,
fast
too.
he is.
And
Yeah, I don't think.
having Stafford throwing him the ball, that's
I'm telling you, like man, it's gonna be nice. But like DJ still got it. Like he just be getting hurt. But you know, he been playing for a long time. Like your body, like sometimes you can do whatever you want for your body, but sometimes your body just says, I don't like you.
So it's funny you say that because real quick, it's really obviously nowhere near the caliber of an athlete that you
Oh, this
guys
will be good.
This is absolutely terrible. So I coach basketball, and I was supervising an open gym, and I did okay. Shit, I was playing against guys that are like 17, 18 years old.
Okay, so you had to get up out there. Yeah, hope you stretch.
Yeah, hey, nope. Nope. Everything was fine though. I'm cool. Everything's good, but I will say though, my knee, my meniscus, not a fan. I just have swelling. It's not a big deal. Just being 36 and trying to keep up with y'all youngins, like nope.
That boy said, "Damn, they can't be doing that. We gotta get insurance, man. Can't be doing that."
But yeah, no, it's all good. But so real quick, I gotta ask the question. So Richard Sherman obviously is the guy that you looked up to. NFL guy. You're an NFL guy, football guy. Did you play any other sports other than football?
Yeah, so I ran track, I did wrestling, and then also did Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So
wow,
you did jiu-jitsu?
Basically, you whooped the shit out of people.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
What events did you do in track?
Pretty much every relay, open 4, open 2, and 300 hurdles.
What were your split in the relays?
We're
going old, dude.
I feel old. I've been in high school like 5 years. Probably like my fastest split in the 4x4 was probably like a 48-2.
Oh damn.
48-2. And then in the
Bruce,
200 in the 200 it was probably like a 21 flat.
My God.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I could have ran track in college. I hold 3 school records at my high school, and I went to state twice. So
isn't that
I feel like I could have ran collegiate track if I really wanted to. That's why I want to see what DK finna do.
Yes, dude. I saw that and I was like, let's go. I want to see him run.
I want to see is like I want him to go out there and go do good.
He wants to run the the 100. He wants to do 100 yard. Not 100 meter, but he wants.
Hey, I'm all for it, man. Like I'm a track guy. I ran track my whole life. I played track as long as I played football. So like, I could have ran collegiate track if I really wanted to, in a sense. But like, hey, I want to do well. I'm interested to see because I ain't gonna lie. If he start beating people at that size,
yeah, he's a big dude running that fast. He's like
he's a big dude.
I think what did they say last year? He topped off at like almost 23 miles an hour, something like that.
When he was chasing down Buda Baker.
Yeah.
What?
He'd be moving. So, but obviously, track is a different sport. It's a different type of conditioning. It's a different type of running. Because then, technically, people think because you're fast, you can play football, and we all know that that's not true.
Pad fast and non-pad fast.
And non-pad is different. So, like running track speed and running on the field is different. So obviously, he's gonna have to change a little bit of like mechanics. Not that he runs bad, but it's just a little different. So, but I'm sure. I mean, he's DK. I'm sure he's been training properly. He knows what he's doing.
He can do whatever he wants.
I hope he does well. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Like, yeah, I hope he does well. I mean, I want him to make it. Go ahead. Why not? You don't have to be. I feel like track football players in too much of a box. Like, you just got to play football. Like, nah. Like, if you want to run track, go do that. If you want to pick up tennis, do that. If you want to make music, do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you want to do in your spare time outside of football, because you kind of need that, or you go crazy.
Right? Hey, shit! Look at this. I'm doing this right now, and I don't even do this for a living.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. So like, whatever you want to do, as long as it's within good taste, and you're not getting in trouble. I'm all for it. Like,
so Madre, what do you do in your free time? Give us a couple hobbies.
In my free time, so like I watch hella movies. Like I'm a big movie guy. I'm a big movie guy.
Marvel guy.
Yeah, I'm a big movie. Marvel, all that. Like I watch everything anime. Like I just watch a whole bunch of stuff. I don't drink, so I don't really. I mean, like I'll go out and stuff, but I've never had alcohol before.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I'm not.
I can't say the same.
Yeah, so I'm not like not one of those guys like, yeah, I go to the bar and shit. Like, nah, but I'll go out with my friends, stuff like that. And then like me and my friends will make music and stuff like that. Cause I played 5 instruments growing up. So I've been making music for like a long time. Yeah, a lot of people know that. I was an orchestra in high school my whole life. I was in orchestra my whole life. I played the violin. So I played the violin, the piano, the drums, and the guitar.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of people just don't know that. But yeah, so I started like making music like my senior year in high school and just kind of kept up with it. But obviously I ain't really trying to drop nothing. I'm trying to focus on football. But like I got some heat in the
Okay.
I got some heat in the vault.
What's the best? Hey, what's the best though? What instrument's the go-to though?
The go-to for me would either be like the piano
Boy.
yeah, it'd be the piano, yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so a lot of people don't be knowing that. But yeah, so like I've been making music for like a long time. So like I got the whole little studio set up and everything and all the whole thing. Yeah, so like that'd be that. And then I mean just chilling with my friends, with my dog, my family. I like just taking my family out and kind of like, you know, obviously I'm getting more money now. So just like, you know, kind of trying to take care of them in a sense, like take them out to eat, make sure my mama eating good, make sure everybody in the house is doing good. And kind of just chilling. Like, I'm not like a big doing no crazy stuff. And obviously trying to experience new things, like, you know, travel. Obviously with COVID, I wasn't able to do that this year, but next year I'm trying to go to Dubai for sure.
Ooh.
Nice.
And like, you know, try to like upgrade my lifestyle in a sense that I never traveled as a kid. I never did stuff like that. So like now that I have the money to, I want to start doing stuff like that and just getting new experiences, whether I'm going to new states or meeting new people or trying new things, whether like, you know, it's painting or hiking or I'm not going skydiving, but I went indoor skydiving.
I feel that, yeah.
I've never done.
I'm scared of the parachute not opening, bro. I saw another thing the other day, like the parachute didn't open, like that, bro. That no, I'm not doing.
Yeah, I saw something that was like, "Here's what you do if the parachute doesn't open," and I'm like, "Nothing, you die." That's what.
Nothing,
that's
you
what
die.
you do.
And if you survive, you're gonna be paralyzed.
Oh yeah.
Done. You're done regardless. Nope, I'm good.
Like no, I'm not. But I went indoor skydiving, and I mean, I'm from Texas, so obviously I'm you know I'm an advocate of the Second Amendment. So obviously I go shooting and stuff like that. So you know that's kind of what I do in my spare time. I know people say I'm from Texas, but I don't ride horses or nothing like that. I don't do that stuff.
You're not that Texas.
People think we ride horses to Texas. So we ride Texas. I mean horses to school and stuff, but nah.
Sure, you're not a cowboy? No.
Nah. But I do own cowboy boots, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, of course.
Got to.
Casey's.
How
I got
many-
Luke Casey's, man, the best in the game. I got Luke Casey's, man. Black cherry alligator.
Next time, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Next time you're on with us, I would love to see that. So I got a guy that I work with is from Texas.
Yeah,
so he's from Houston. So I would love for him to watch you show off all of the boots that you have.
Yeah, for sure. I got black cherry alligator. I got ostrich skin. Yeah, I got the high quality stuff. Cause I mean, like if I'm gonna wear it, I want to get the best.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like wearing basketball shoes. You gotta wear the J's.
Yeah, you feel me? So like everybody be like, you got boots? And I'm like, yeah. Cause I mean, I'm not like super country or nothing like that. Cause I'm from the city, but I mean, I feel like you need a good pair of boots being from Texas. You gotta at least just have one.
Love it.
Madre, where are you from in Texas?
I'm from Arlington, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Raised on the north side, right next to I live right over here by Six Flags. So that's born and raised, been home.
So my family actually just moved to Dallas.
Oh, see, the best they know what's up.
There you go.
But everybody on this live on the Twitch, do not come down here because y'all raising up the prices on the houses.
It's true.
Stop coming down here.
Yeah, my family started that. Yeah.
Texas is great. It's a great place. I love Texas. I'm gonna live here. I'm a Texas boy through and throughout. But y'all stop coming down here and raising up the market.
Hey, so real quick before my last question for you, I know you got 1 year left, and this is kind of in jest, just like kind of screwing around. But are you willing to come to this team that's over my shoulder right here? Because we do need a corner.
I'm willing to go to any team that wants to give me the opportunity to play, and I can give my all to them. That's all I ever wanted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just to be on a team and just like where they really believe in me, and I can just give them everything that I got. So. Whatever, you know, whatever it is, whatever life takes me, because God already has the plan for me written. So wherever life takes me, that's where it's gonna go. But I mean, like, I never like grew up having like a favorite team in the NFL. I always like players.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. So like, I just like players growing up. I never like had like I'm not against the Cowboys. So it's not that I don't like the Cowboys. I know people think I play for the Giants. Like I'm just a Cowboys hater. I'm like, I know that's you, your Bears, but like,
yeah.
I like the Cowboys, but like I just like certain players. I respect players' game and stuff like that.
Of course.
And so like I'm not partial to any team or nothing like that. I think every team has had great players. Every team has the way the organization is different. And to me, like playing these teams and going to these different states, so obviously football's opened many of doors. Like I never would have, been in LA. Like I'd never been to Cali until I played the Rams.
That's
cool.
Wow.
Like being to going to the. I never been to Philly until I played the Eagles. Like football's opening so many doors for me that I'm able to travel and see these different cities and things. So like I can't complain. Like I'll play for anybody. I like playing ball. So I'm not mad at it.
That would make me so sad.
I hope there's an opportunity that I can see you in Chicago, man. Whether that, hey, I might be rooting against you
Yeah, it's all
as a team,
good.
but I'll be rooting for you as an individual.
Because I went to school in Illinois. So, I got several Bears fans, So, like, hey, man, they watch the game. We watch the game, like, every week being in Illinois. Everybody's a Bears fan. So, like, for sure.
Hey,
I'm not used to it. That's cold up there.
It is.
Yeah, well, it's all good.
Cold. It's cold.
It's very cold.
It's cold.
If y'all have not been to Chicago, that is a different type of cold. Like, that is a different type of cold. I'm so thankful that the Giants, it didn't get cold until we left. Because, like, I swear, as soon as we left, we played the Cowboys, right? We watched the game, see the Eagles win. And as soon as, everybody started, leaving out of there, they had a huge blizzard. I was so thankful. Oh, I was so happy.
Missed it.
I missed it.
Again, I'll be cheering for you, Madre. I will.
For sure. I appreciate it.
That would make me so sad as a Packers fan because Madre, I love you, man. If you were on the Bears, that would just be the biggest conflict of interest I've ever had in my life.
I would love it.
Come to Green Bay. That's all I gotta say.
But so my dog, Vernon Scott and my dog Henry Black.
Yeah.
They be up there. And so, man, he's sending me pictures. Vern is sending me pictures and stuff. I'm like, yeah, we had practice. It's snowing outside. I'm like, it's snowing already? I was like, oh, my God. I was like, that's crazy. Wisconsin, Green Bay, different, too. That's a different type of cold. But that's an advantage, though, for them, though, because people not used to that.
True.
So, I ain't going to lie, playing in the cold, you got to get your mind right. Like, you can't be on it's too cold outside. You gotta just say, forget it, man. I'm here to ball.
Sleeves or no sleeves?
Ooh.
No sleeves. I'm tough.
Let's go. That's what I'm
wearing tights, though. I'm wearing tights for sure.
Yeah.
I'm wearing tights for sure. I'm not gonna pull a hammy.
I'll give you that.
I won't wear sleeves. But at the same time, though, if I go out there the first half and I'm hurting like that, I'm putting sleeves on the second half.
If you take a helmet to the bicep or something like that,
I'm putting sleeves on.
Yeah.
I think that happened one game. It was super cold. Out during the first half, it wasn't that bad. And then the second half, I was like, "Nah, I'm putting."
Madre, your profile picture on Twitter is you wearing sleeves against the Seahawks.
Damn.
Yeah. So this what happened. We thought it was gonna be super cold. Ended up not being cold.
Wait,
this is what it was.
Did you start with sleeves?
Yeah, I started with sleeves. I just didn't feel like taking my pads off.
Oh, word. Okay, fair enough.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
I mean, it wasn't that cold. It really wasn't. But I mean, we got out there. I was warming up. I had the sleeves on already. We got out there. We started playing. It started warming up. I was like, whatever. I'm not taking them off. Oh well.
That's fair.
I played games with no sleeves. Try to be looking tough. And then some games, I'd be like, man, forget this. I'm putting these sleeves on. It depends on what kind of mood you in, because I don't carry the ball like that. So sometimes you whatever. Sometimes you like, yeah. Like we all decide in the locker room. We be like, are we gonna go no sleeves? Like we as the DBs, we be like, are you gonna go no sleeves? Or are you gonna? Because we had a dude named Nate Ebner. Shout out to my dog Nate, old school dude, played the Patriots for 8 years, came with us. Nate be like, I don't never wear a sleeve. It's the Patriot way. I'd be like, man, I can't live like you. I'm
from Texas.
Like you. I be trying, but it's cold. I'm from Texas, man. I'm from the South, man. Like, God dang. But yeah, some days we decide. We'll be in the locker room like, all right, if you don't go sleeves, I won't go sleeves.
That's fair.
But yeah, whatever.
Awesome.
Madre, sleeves or no sleeves, we love you. Thank you so much for coming out tonight and doing this.
Thank you for having me, for sure. It's always cool this way, for sure.
Yeah, Madre, God bless, man. Much appreciated meeting you, and honestly, all the best this year. Best of luck. Have fun, and I'm gonna say it. Go Giants.
I'll give you that. Go Giants.
No, I'm telling y'all, the pieces that we got, man.
That defense
really
is stacked.
This team.
Yeah,
I really love this team though. We fought really hard last year. I tell you, our bond in the room is just so different. Being around a group of guys who we truly want to win and get better. Obviously, I can't make no predictions. I'm not into making predictions. I'm not into that. I'm into just putting in work.
Exactly. Good for you.
But end of the day, some of the pieces that we've added, I'm really happy and I'm really excited to see, how this year goes. I feel like it'll be a lot better and a lot different. And I'm just really excited to be on this team, honestly.
Awesome.
For sure.
Well, best of luck, Madre. Thank you again for coming out. We'll be in touch, and we will definitely be watching out for you.
Thanks,
sir,
sir.
Man. Thank you so much.
Talk to you later. My guy.
Dude, he's awesome. He's such a good dude.
I
Man,
love him so much.
Every person that we get on here that is not like a Bears guy has been like good, has been awesome, and I'm like, damn, like I can't be mad at them.
Can't root against him.
Right, exactly. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, MJ, how you feeling, man? Feeling better?
Yes, I am. For those of you who don't know, I'm in
great.
finals season. I was up till 5:30 last night. When Madre was like, "When you study for a test, you don't cram." I'm like, I feel attacked. Anyway, I was like, I feel attacked here. But I'm exhausted. I have security again tonight, so I'll be up till at least 3 a.m. again tonight.
Hopefully, you have to deal with. Well, you probably will have to deal with a lot of shit because some people don't have finals tomorrow, and yeah, you're gonna be hit, dude. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's the job. I get paid, and we're so close to the end. I close down the building next Thursday morning. So next Thursday, you will get free summer MJ. I'm gonna show up in my Hawaiian shirt and my bucket hat.
Oh, are we doing Hawaiian shirts next week? I'm down.
Let's do it.
Done. Perfect.
Summer MJ. I'll be here.
Summer MJ. Let's go.
Well, with that,
awesome
good show,
stuff.
Bruce.
Hey, you too, dude. It was fun.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. It has been a pleasure, as always. Another great week of Third Down Thursdays. We'll be back next week. In the next coming weeks, we'll probably have an announcement about what our summer plans will be, because Bruce and I will both be very busy. We'll probably have to take at least 1 week off for the wedding.
I was going to say, I have a wedding. Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh, how great. We should do like a preview. Like, we should go live at the wedding. And yeah, we're doing that.
Let's do it.
We're doing that. We're gonna go live at the wedding. Third Down Thursdays. It'll be a Fourth Down Friday at my wedding.
There you go. I like it. Well, you guys have that to look forward to. Thank you, as always, for watching. Thank you to Discover Peoria for sponsoring, and thank you, Madre, for coming on the show. This has been Third Down Thursdays. Bruce, have a wonderful week.
Hey, you too. Hey, and cheers.
Water. Cheers. See you guys.